With the muffler Ryan Bruckner, I'm Mike Big Tobacco Ryan, and this is my intro. Welcome to Squared Circle Cinema, a film, a wrestler, a discussion. Subscribe and rate on iTunes, please. Happy New Year! Ryan, how's it going? Can we start over?
Happy New Year. Hey, we've got an audience today.
Yeah, that's why my energy level's way up!
Live studio audience. What's your name, sir?
My name?
Nobody cares. Shut his mic off,
What
please.
an
Thank
idiot. You really thought he was going to be able to talk into the mic?
you. Fished in.
You thought you were actually going to, he reached over like he was going to say something. Are you, stay in your lane, pal. What was your name, though? Wait, what was your name, though? Seriously.
No mic. No mic.
No mic.
Well, anyway.
Happy
How are
New
you?
Year's.
How are you, man?
Doing well. So as we record this, it is New Year's Eve. And by the time this drops, it'll be New Year's Day. So greetings from 2017, you future people, which is me and my mother. Well, not Chris. He's going to sit this one out. He's here. Dude, you're doing it like legit. Like, nah, I'd rather just come over and listen, you know? How's your phone? Just playing it cool because that's what Chris does. No, I don't. I'm not going to download on iTunes everything you worked so hard for. I'm going to show up and watch the live show. I hope you charged admission for this brat.
It's free,
Anyway.
but you know.
Sorry, man. I come in here. All right, shut up. I'm pissed about the phone, all right? I come in here. This was supposed to be my day, Chris. I just got a new phone. And I was going to have a whole bit where I'm like, how come no one's saying anything about my phone, you guys? You know, I'd be like, oh, you got a new phone.
You got a new phone?
I got an iPhone.
Is that an refurbished 4?
Shut up.
iPhone 4?
And I'm not telling you how much
It looks
I
like
paid
a
for it.
refurbished iPhone 4.
This guy comes in here. Oh, I got a new phone, too. It's an iPhone 10. You piece of shit. Anyway, good to see you. I'm like so excited about this night and celebrating New Year's with you guys.
You are?
These are two of my favorite people in this room. And one of them's me. Anyway, about my phone, thanks for asking.
So you were at
I went
the
to Verizon.
discount shop and you were like,
It was
I
the
need a phone
Verizon
desperately.
store.
Do you have any refurbished Apple products
It's a good phone.
from 10 years ago?
It's a little big, though. It's a little bit too big. I had this compartment in my car. It would just slide right in there perfectly like a glove, you know? And now it's like trying to butt fuck a rhino, you know? It's like I can't get it in there, you know what I mean? So... Anyway,
It's hard to butt fuck. I guess like you'd have to get on a step stool.
that
or
was
something.
the bit. That was the phone bit right there. That was the punchline. Just kidding. I just came up with that right now, dude. It's improv, Chris, which you wouldn't know. Why don't you look that word up on your iPhone X? Am I right, man?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Yes, and
I'm sorry about that.
well, how were your holidays?
Holidays were all right. They were great. I have absolutely nothing to report. Other than I saw Coco with my niece.
Oh.
And that movie was wonderful.
Did you cry?
Unbelievable. I cried 3 times.
Wow.
I cried right at all 3 scenes where that was the intention. Like, we're going to get the adults to cry here. Total
They
mark.
always get me.
Total mark. Like, I'm not going to say anything. But
I almost cried during Jumanji.
I did. You did too? Dude, I was fighting back tears. Jumanji. You mean film number 37 of 5,675. It's a special New Year's edition at the movies. Ding, 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 ding. The Muffler and I just got out of the beautiful Pomona Century Stadium.
It's actually Chino
Hills.
Hills.
The Harkin. The only movie theater in all of Los Angeles County that doesn't take Movie Pass other than the ArcLight, I guess.
I don't think Chino Hills is in Los Angeles County.
And, Chris, I learned something new about the city of Pomona. Did you know that there are no movie theaters in the city of Pomona? Isn't that weird? We had to go to Chino Hills. But I had a great experience with my friend, and I had popcorn and a cherry Coke. But we'll get to that a little bit later.
That's a lie. You didn't have any concessions at all.
I asked about it, though. We
Fucking
walked
asshole.
past him. I was like, do you want to get anything? I'm like, no. I was like, yeah, you're right. So we didn't.
Did you see
I
any
was
other
super parched and super hungry during the movie.
films?
Total popcorn movie. We blew it. We should.
Did you see any other films during the holiday season?
Nope, just that one. And then I went over to my sister's, and we had sandwiches with bread and meat.
Like Christmas sandwiches?
Just good old-fashioned Christmas sandwiches. That's how you do it every year for the holidays.
Bologna and
The
cheese?
Ryans are going to eat some sandwiches. Did that forever. It was used to be honey-baked ham, but it was just sandwiches. Christmas is a day for sandwiches. Did any of you, do you guys do the Christmas
I
dinner?
guess everyone has their tradition.
Yeah.
I saw The Shape of Water, which was very good.
See, that's what's so interesting about water. It's the shape of its
it.
container. That's heavy stuff. It's nothing without the container that hugs it.
Do you even know what The Shape of Water is?
No.
It's the new Guillermo del Toro
Oh, yeah, there
movie.
you go.
Very good.
I've gone beyond remembering movie titles.
And I saw Lady Bird.
Cried
Cried during
what's that
Lady
one
Bird.
about?
You don't know what Lady Bird is?
Look,
So
I just got around to watching Tangerine,
it's
man.
Greta Gerwig's directorial debut.
Love her. How was
starring
Made you cry?
Saoirse Ronan and Patricia. What's the name of the lady from Roseanne? Aunt Becky.
Ah, Jesus Christ. Chris is thinking, and here, give him the mic. Maybe he'll. Here.
I can't. It's only one mic.
No,
allowed.
we'll wait. He's thinking.
Do you know her name? Oh,
Okay, I will take the
God
opportunity
damn.
this time to introduce a new
Oh
segment.
God, it's Laurie Metcalf.
There you go. Got it in just in time. I'm giving it to you now. Now you have the floor again.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you for letting me have the floor. I had a weird dream the other night.
Oh boy.
So I was sleeping, and I was holding my infant child in my arms as I was sleeping because he was being very fussy. But I was really tired. And so in my dream, there was like this dude that kept like molesting me. Like he kept grabbing my breast.
Oh.
And I was like, cut it out.
Yeah.
And so I like pie-faced the dude. I was like, fuck off.
Wow.
And then I realized
It was
that
you.
it was my son grabbing my breast.
And
And
a
I totally
stranger-
like pushed his face in real life.
Oh. Wow.
He didn't wake up though. But he did go like,
Interesting. So wait. What do you think that represents?
that
I'm one of these
represent-
guys that
like,
you're going to tell me your dream. I'll
I don't think it
analyze
represents
a little bit.
anything. I think I was getting my titty grabbed, and then my subconscious mind made me think that it's like somebody was grabbing my titty.
Right. And then, so did you push a total stranger? So you put that blame onto
Yeah.
someone else? And then you
Yes.
felt guilt because it was your child the whole time?
Well, because I actually physically reacted in the real realm.
But it was
that
a
we live
get
in.
away. So it was a total misunderstanding
Yeah.
that you put upon a stranger that was completely innocent.
No, the stranger was being malicious. He was molesting me.
What? No.
He was grabbing
no,
my
the child
tit, but
was
the child,
molesting you.
But the child in real life was actually grabbing me, and that's what made me make that mental leap.
Oh, I missed that. I didn't connect the dots there. I thought, wait, was the child in the dream?
No, in real life, I said I was holding.
Okay,
my
well then
child.
it's not that interesting of a dream then. I thought I like my dream like a lot better.
What's your dream?
No, that's my. I'm saying my
Your version of my dream. Well, I'm sorry that I couldn't live up to snuff of your version.
My dreams are just so uninteresting. A lot of the times, like I'm just like walking into a room and I'm just like, "Hey guys, I'm gonna go back into the other room," you know. I used to have like really like I used to have dreams where like my mom just turned into this monster, like a witch. Sorry, Mom. I don't know what that means because I was just afraid. Like, what if?
It means you hate your mother.
No, it doesn't mean that at all. It's a weird. I'm sorry, Mom. Maybe you should edit this out. No, it doesn't mean that. I love her to the point where I'm like afraid that something bad will happen. That she becomes like a monster. One time she turned. She became that carpet, same carpet in the entryway at my parents' house, right? And she became this dark black wave a la The Raft and Creepshow 2, and just completely covered. Maybe I was smothered too much as a child.
Now that's an interesting dream.
Okay, fine. It wasn't that interesting. Jesus. And Mom, you did a wonderful job raising me. I'm just joking. It's a bit. Okay? Calm down.
So I also went to a Christmas party, and at one point I was in this like converted garage man cave at the party, and there was like the owner of the house that's, you know, our parents' age basically.
Wow.
And he was sitting there, and I was talking to some people, and they have a bathroom in the garage, and some guy was taking a shit inside of the bathroom.
Wow.
And he comes out of there and like has the fart fan on, and then like
Ooh.
one of my friends was like, "Was that guy just taking a shit in there?"
Wow.
And then the owner of the house, the older guy, was like, "Well, yeah, well, you know what Coke does, right?"
Wow.
And I
Wait,
was
this was
like-
at a Christmas party?
This is at a Christmas party.
Wow.
Yeah, and I was like,
That's cool.
"What Coke does?"
It was like, was
He's
this 1985?
He's like, "I just gave that guy a whole bunch of Coke, and he just had to take a shit because what Coke does is it empties your system out." And this guy's like eyes were like super wide, and I was like, "Oh shit!" Like this coked up owner of this house is like coking other old people up, and they're all like
Someone's
shitting.
going to die.
And then so I was like, so like back in the day
Oh my
when like
gosh.
Coke was really big, like in the 80s, like when it was like at its peak, where like bathrooms at bars and stuff just like clogged with people shitting.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
I almost think he kind of took offense to that
Wow.
because I think he was like saying like, "Oh, people don't do Coke now."
He's got these,
Or whatever,
you
and
should
he's
be
like,
afraid
and
that
then he
these
was like,
people are
"Oh
just gonna
no,
drop dead of a heart
people
attack."
in Claremont do Coke all the time." And
Wow.
like and it was like, "It's real big out here." or
That's great.
whatever.
I'm not going to say who.
And I was like, "Oh damn!"
man, that's awesome.
But I was in a cokey situation,
Chris, we're moving
and there was
Claremont, bro.
there was poop involved.
Wow. Huh. It just opens up. I've never, look, I'm not going to go into any stories here, but it no, come on. If you're like a septuagenarian doing Coke, I guess.
You know, that guy was probably in
Opens you
his
wide
50s.
up.
Yeah,
Just
no,
all pores.
That guy had to take
Even
that
your pores
shit.
get excited.
Get
It's
in
like,
there.
Yeah.
Get in there and shit.
Opens you wide up, boy.
Yeah,
Interesting.
Yeah.
So are you going to go back next year?
I think so. It was pretty fun. Yeah, it was a fun party.
Oh, hey, Chris. All right. Can I ask you a question? Sorry. First of all, you're doing great. Like, you're engaging. You're making eye contact. He's like a good, he's being a good, like, audience guest. You know, like, that's how I would. You're
He's
not
doing
being
a good
mean.
job of sitting and
Yeah.
looking.
I love you, Chris. I'm sorry. I'm compartmentalizing probably in a lousy way. Sorry about my energy, too. And the reason why is because I want to ask you a question about this fucking iPhone. You have T-Mobile, right? Okay. So I went to the Verizon store because I wanted to see someone face to face. I wanted to be like, look, I'm not happy with my plan. My phone is a joke. Like, I dropped it and everything. I was embarrassed to hand this girl the phone. And, like, my God, dude, it was so busy. I just opted to, like, I'll do the transfer thing yourself. Like, Ryan, do you do the transfer thing yourself, or do you just do it at the store?
What do you mean the transfer thing?
Getting all the data from one phone to another.
It's
right?
all on the cloud.
It's all on the
dipshit.
cloud, dipshit. I never backed up my old phone, right? Never. Not through the cloud. Not through the cloud. I would always use iTunes, all right? But guess what?
Oh my
I can't get
God.
the new updated iTunes because my laptop is too vintage, as they say.
You're
So I couldn't-
like somebody's mom or grandmother.
No, I'm not.
dude.
I would always back it up on iTunes. There's nothing wrong with that. So then when I backed
No,
up
there's
my
something
phone-
wrong with it.
Shut up, Chris. Shut up. So when I backed up my phone on the iPhone, right, it said not enough storage on your phone to back it up. So then I had to pay for more fucking storage, swear jar. Right? And then, so I finally figured it out. But in that moment, right, like, and then iTunes charged me like $19.99 for some reason. I have no idea why. But like, I never wanted to be more of a PC guy in my entire life. Like, my MacBook is not allowing me to upgrade the iTunes that is required for the new Apple phone that I have. Like, that's a joke, right? That's bullshit. That's fucking bullshit.
Yeah, dude. I don't think you're ready for this refurbished iPhone
No,
4.
that I did on the cloud. Never backed it up.
You're
It's
not
on the
ready
cloud
for
now. And now Chris walks in with it. So anyway, where'd you just do it at the store? Or you just had a recent backup on your iCloud? Okay. Then I'm glad I did it at home because then that would have been very embarrassing if that girl was like, you don't back up your phone with the iCloud? No, you plug it in, you do it. No, I back it up on iPhoto. Plug it in.
Oh God.
Dude, I don't know, but this was last night and it was a nightmare, and I'm projecting some of my rage onto you, and I apologize.
Maybe you should just go back to like a Razor or something.
No,
You were happier then, I think.
Oh,
Back when you had that Razor and
no,
you
I
were
love
like,
this phone.
"This is my Razor."
What color? All right, what color was my razor then? If I was that guy that always was touting
It was
around.
black.
Yeah, yeah.
It was my black.
I love that thing. Did you see my black razor,
It was
Chris?
my black
Did you see
razor.
my black razor? Were you guys talking about my black razor? You want me to
I
whip
feel
it out
like
of my pocket.
I feel like this moment has happened. Like when you got your Razor was like this same exact time. Like now when you got your refurbished iPhone 4.
It's not refurbished. All right. You're the one walking around with a Frankenstein with you got a what, an iPhone 8 processor in the body, in the shell of an iPhone 5. You're the one with the refurbished parts, pal.
Hey Mike, your sack looks pretty full over there.
Oh yeah, which one? This here? Or
Your gift bag from Joanne's Fabrics.
gift bag? It's our mail merch bag.
Yeah, our mail merch bag.
All right, you want to open
I think
it up?
we got something in
Made by
there.
the fine fabrics of Joanne, by me and my sister.
It's been a while, but I guess we've got some new fans. This comes
Yeah, you notice
from
it was getting pretty bulbous because we haven't emptied it in a while. That bag just needs to come.
Taylor
Sorry, God, that's gross.
Decay?
That's a swear
Decay. Has this guy
word. Oh, here we go.
called in before? Or
yes.
written in?
Just okay, yeah.
Tyler Decay. That's right. Okay. He said, SCC
This'll be
pod
rich.
review request. It's a little forward.
Always got a request.
Little forward.
That's
SCC
shocking.
pod review request. Dave made a maze. It's on Hulu. It's everything you want in a low budget movie. I saw the trailer
That's
for
it?
this movie.
That's it.
It looked pretty good.
Oh, you saw the
I
trailer
think
because of
we should
that?
watch
Like,
it.
who's it?
John Morrison, Johnny Nitro.
Thank you for telling me.
who's in it.
I bet. Do you think that guy even knows who's starring in it?
Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. But I mean, I kind of want to see it.
Beefcake. Who?
I think.
Okay. Whoa. Sorry.
I think we
Bruce the
should
Barber
do it.
Beefcake. Great. All right. Let's watch.
Can we do it next week?
No. Absolutely. We're doing Jim and Andy next week. I scheduled that out.
I mean, we
For
could
once, I get to schedule it out.
Oh, okay. Jim and Andy. I kind of wanted to see this Dave Makes a Maze movie, though.
Why don't you buy him a friendship bracelet or something? That's Tyler. You know who that is?
Oh, Tyler.
Leave it to the professionals, Tyler. That's all I got to say. Like, maybe if he were to, I don't know, suggest like a Philip K. Dick book or like, I don't know, a cartoon or something, maybe. Like, he doesn't know who that wrestler is.
I mean, why do you got to be like that? We have friends out there. We've got
love it.
fans out
You guys are
there
like-
that are giving us
You
suggestions
guys are
on what
best
we should
friends now.
watch. It's kind of nice to have a little backup to engage with our audience.
Why don't you buy him a...
What do you want to live in some sort of desert island by yourself where we don't engage with the podcasting community, the listening community?
Why don't you buy him a friendship bracelet?
I'm
You guys are like best friends.
Hey, do you like doing stuff and things and stuff? Yeah, I like doing things and stuff too.
picking up on that jealousy, Dusty? You picking up on that, boy?
I would like to give you some of my stuff. I would like to have some of your things. Do you
Whenever-
like things and stuff? Yeah, me too. Well, that's cool. I have brought deer from an animal. Cool. I will give you kale from my garden.
Like, you two just get a fucking room.
Deer from an animal? Man, whenever Dusty just lies lifeless and still like that, it's when he's really uncomfortable over jealousy and stuff like that.
Hi, Ryan. I'm Tyler. Hi, Tyler. I'm Ryan.
Didn't you
And
have
his
some
pizza
sort of
sucks.
new what? Did you just say what I thought you said?
You heard me.
Say it again if you really mean it.
Thanks for listening. Look, like he requested that the Sam Raimi Spider-Man, and I was just like, no, we're not. That's not what we do. All right. Yeah, that brief Macho Man appearance, you know.
He had some pretty good briefs in that, though, didn't he? They were probably leopard print.
Anyway, can I get to my segment, please?
Go, please.
Thank you.
Go.
At this time, I would like to introduce a new segment. Ryan. Mike's Match of the Month. Keeping it disco.
Keeping
No,
it
that's
disco?
not part of the title. It's just Mike's Match of the Month. And that's the perfect title because it says what it is.
Wait a second.
All right.
Wait. All these episodes, I try to talk about wrestling on our wrestling podcast, and
Yeah.
what do I get?
You do great at it.
Nothing but guff from you.
I'm just jealous that you get all the segments, and then I just got like, hey, guys, you want to watch a match?
All right, segment away.
You know, every month I'm going to recommend a match. It's a simple formula here. So if you care about me, like on a personal level, you care about my opinions, if you trust, this is a segment about trust, okay? This Tuesday in Texas, from the Freeman Coliseum in San Antonio, was a one-off pay-per-view event that took place just days after The Undertaker's shocking victory over Hulk Hogan at Survivor Series 1991. An event promised to Hogan to retain the title if he put Taker over at Survivor Series, I assume. An event I always wanted to watch because Jack Tunney and Gorilla Monsoon did nothing but advertise the hell out of it during Survivor Series 91. It's on the network now, and I finally got around to watching it. All in all, a very entertaining 90 minutes. Some of Jake
I
Roberts'
thought this was
best
your
heel
match
work.
of the month. This is an event. You're fucking up your segment.
I would never interrupt any of your segments.
Oh, really? Let's look back in the archives.
That wasn't all right. Whatever. Okay, where was I?
So is this a match of the month or an event of the month?
Just shut up. All right? And I'm saying all this off the top of my head, all right? It's so pure and fresh in my mind. It sounds like I'm reading. Some of Jake Roberts. What was I saying?
Where's Stone Cold Steve
Some of
Austin
Jake Roberts'
when you
best
need
heel
him?
work during his I will finish this segment. Shut up. Happy New Year. Best heel work. Oh man, sucks, dude. Now I don't want to finish it. That was mean. Chris, do you want me to finish? If you don't want me to
Just
finish,
finish
no,
it.
I'm not asking you. I'm asking our studio audience.
He doesn't give a shit.
I'll give you the microphone. Okay, thanks. Okay. Where did I... Okay, an event I always... You bastard. Jack Tunney and Gorilla Monsoon did nothing but... No,
I just imagine-
I'm going to start over.
I just
I'm gonna
imagine
start
Mike
over.
in his apartment by
No.
himself in his underwear,
Oh, fuck.
crying.
I told you, I don't
It's
sit
like
down
this
when
is
I'm wearing
gonna be
underwear.
so brilliant.
Oh, jeez.
When I reveal my match of the month segment that
You're
isn't
gonna
even
listen
really
back
a
to
match
this.
of the month segment,
You're gonna listen back to
he's
this and
gonna
you're gonna
be
feel
like,
like such a
what
jerk."
a great idea. This is revolutionizing our podcast. I can't wait till he hears my beautiful prose about this Tuesday in Texas.
Some of Jake Roberts' best heel work during his program with Macho Man, but that's not the match I'm referring to. The first match on the card was between Bret Hart and Skinner.
Oh, Skinner.
This is Bret Hart during the infancy of his Intercontinental run. He was, about 3 months in, I guess, and he was still wearing his Hart Foundation trunks. Ryan, okay? This was like a PowerPoint presentation about in and around ring psychology, all right? Excellent awareness from both. The start is heavy on arm bars and various arm submissions, right? From Bret, which was definitely a... Shh. And now Chris is sneezing. God. Why do people... Dude, I saw someone sneeze this morning. Banana, dude, puts yours to shame. Like I saw just a launch of booger and snot. And the guy was like, "Oh God!" It was like the loudest old man sneeze I've ever heard in my life.
Did he have the boogers actually hanging out of
No,
his
it was
nose?
just like water. It was just spritzed this gate.
Oh, wow.
It was so it echoed, man. It was across the street. Good. You know what? Forget it. And Skinner. Okay, here we go. I was like,
Oh, riveting. Taylor is going to love this.
Hey, why don't you go find a pin and then drop it? All right. Which was always part of Bret Hart's pedigree. But they were executed by the ropes. And don't touch me. Don't touch me.
Oh, God.
Okay, Skinner, he's like this is going to
fuck,
be brutal,
man?
I
How
don't
long
think I can
is
do
this?
I don't think I can get through it.
When
Oh,
I
no.
introduce a segment, it's usually
Okay.
just me
Hold
talking
on.
to you.
Hold on. Skinner
I'm not reading a goddamn
could have easily
book
grabbed
report.
him to release the hold, but he refused because Steve Kern truly knew and identified with his persona, man. Ryan,
Oh
when
my
you hang out with
God.
alligators all day, you're gonna have some personality issues. He's probably really lousy at compartmentalizing too, kind of like me. Skinner is simply a beast from the Everglades whose internal pain, he believed, will forever mask any potential physical pain. He's the loneliest guy in the world. He was responding almost gluttonous for the pain, begging for it. If another human being inflicts this on him, and he feels it, then ultimately he's not truly alone. But Bret gives it to him relentlessly. He gives him that physical pain, a pain he's never felt before, to the point where Skinner does grab the ropes. He cowers, even. He bends behind the turnbuckle. It's as if Skinner suddenly realized, which is a term I just can't, bend behind the turnbuckle? That doesn't make any sense. You know that move when you stick your head under the bottom the top turnbuckle? You know, he's cowering like this, man. It's as if Skinner, he suddenly realizes with this pain he had never felt before, a physical pain, he is better than I. And I am nothing. And I have no one. Everyone, look at the man who will soon defeat me. And though I am in front of thousands of people now, I have never felt more alone. And all Skinner wanted, more than a pretty new necklace of gator teeth, more than the IC title, all he wanted was for Bret Hart to call him friend. And he never did, and he never will. That is just a solid trade-off of power wrestling maneuvers in the center of the ring. Bret Hart retains the title via sharpshooter. 2.5 stars. Not a bad match.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it.
Perfect. Oh, come on. It's a good match. All right?
Well,
It'd be just like a random... Did you ever watch This Tuesday in Texas? By any chance?
I think I rented it at Blockbuster.
Oh, really?
Back in the
I
day.
was dying to see it as a kid because I had SummerSlam 91.
Doesn't Hogan win with a roll-up?
Dude,
He's
bananas.
Schoolboy's
He
Undertaker,
does
right?
after throwing the ashes from Paul Bearer's urn into his eyes. It's like,
What a
Hogan,
fucking
what
heel.
a cheat. Like he finds
Yeah.
creative, clever ways to cheat.
the worst.
How did we fall for this? This is 1991. Like, what the hell, man? Undertaker had it, too. What?
He's
It's
always... everybody should have listened to Bobby Heenan all along.
I know. And, dude, it's a really solid, fun 90 minutes. It's excellent. Definitely better than Survivor Series 91. The Macho Man Jake Roberts segment is unbelievable. And British Bulldog and Warlord had a far superior match in this than the WrestleMania 7 match, which I think they probably started that program right around that time because it was like night and day. This was like really solid. It was a... So anyway, I would like to close the segment, which is where I review This Tuesday in Texas every single month.
Consider that segment closed. Oh, by the way, there's a new hotline. The Squared Circle Cinema hotline.
set it up.
You
Nice.
could reach out to us 24/7.
Love it.
Leave us a voicemail. Maybe I'll pick up and talk to you.
Cool.
Area code 657-205-7756. Misha Nowakowski, Carlos, Chris, Taylor, Decay,
Victor.
Mike's mom.
Oh, yeah.
My mom.
I love this. What about us? What about
somebody's
me?
grandmother?
Are we
anybody?
excluded?
Call in. Area code 657-205-7756.
Are you writing this
You'll
down?
be subject to any charges at your telephone provider.
Chris, here's a pen. I know you're not going to listen back, so. Okay, say it one more time.
657-205-7756. The Squared Circle Cinema hotline.
You got to come up. Chris, you got to write us a jingle, man. Like something like 800-588. Good.
657-205-7756. Yeah.
800-888-888. Now it's 808 million. They've split, dude. Barnes was like, fuck you, dude. Fuck you, Salitos. Well, that's 2. So now it's 808 million. Just Barnes.
All right.
That's exciting. Cool.
We spent time together. Let's talk about it. We
Squared
went to
Circle
the movies.
Cinema at the movies. All of my notes are written in the dark. So let's see here. On a notepad that you loaned me. P just of Albatross screen. You know? And when you think about The Rock, cake is Wacked's gnat. Oh, I know what this is. Cake is my weakness. Yeah, that was a funny line. Dude, okay, great movie.
I loved it too.
I like it was unbelievable. It
Okay.
was funny, it was fun. Jack Black just crushes everything
Yeah.
he's in.
This is how you do a reboot.
This is how you do a reboot. This is how you do action comedy. This is the perfect journey. It's the perfect movie.
They could have easily made The Rock like a dad that's like down on his luck with his kids and finds a board game, and then they do Jumanji again. But
Yeah.
instead, they take the spirit of Jumanji.
Love it.
Let's throw video game rules into it and put it in its own world,
Yeah.
not in the world that we live in. It was like The Breakfast Club meets Jumanji. It's all these teens that come from different parts of the high school culture,
At first,
coming
I was-
together, learning about each other,
I
and
was-
bonding.
Oh, sorry to interrupt. I was hating it first because I was like, God, these characters are very stereotypical, kind of. But that's the whole point. Like that, they work together. Like you need to get that obvious stereotype of the diva that's always Instagramming on her phone, of the jock, of the nerd, or whatever. Because then when their powers are combined, it creates this synergy
Yeah.
that's special. And their relationship towards the end, you said it earlier, man. I was getting choked up.
Oh,
And
definitely.
there's a wonderful love story in here when they, I don't want to.
And the payoff, we don't want to spoil it too
don't
much
spoil
since
anything,
it's in
but
theaters now.
I
but
was
there's a beautiful
I
payoff
was
that almost moved me to tears.
holding back tears. If I was alone, you know how you're much more vulnerable and sensitive when you watch movies alone in the theater?
Yeah.
I would have cried. There's no doubt about it. And then I would have wept all the way home, driving out of the parking structure probably too. Beautiful movie.
So basic plot points is we have 4 teenagers that all get detention.
And I love that too. It's when, wasn't that?
I can't believe they got detention for cheating. That's usually a suspension
that's
type
pretty
of
hardcore.
thing, or
Detention's
an
not that
expulsion
big a
type
deal.
of things. Yeah.
Like, did you
I
ever
know.
get detention?
I did get detention a few times. And here's the thing about detention.
Not that big a deal.
It's totally like our current prison system. What does it solve?
Well, it didn't solve anything.
Like, it doesn't reform them. Like, I mean, for this scenario, they did reform. They all learned something.
Yeah.
They all learned
Right.
something from their detention experience. But I mean, when I was in detention, it's like you sit in a room and you just sit there, and then there's like a teacher there, like grading papers or whatever, and you're just supposed to sit there and be quiet.
If
But, like,
detention-
what do you learn from that?
Nothing. And if detention were more like the movies, then you would. Like, it seemed like the principal they cast was willing to listen, tell them why you guys are here.
Yeah.
Like, this is for you guys, all right, for your betterment here. But detention wasn't like that. Here's the thing. I got like a lot of lunch detentions, which is kind of like a minor offense. Well, not even a minor offense. They would give lunch detentions. And what I would do, I had 6-period food, and I would just ditch it, like on Fridays, because then I would have to serve just a detention for 30 minutes at lunch, and I hated everyone I went to school with anyway. So it's like I preferred like sitting in a quiet room for 30 minutes for lunch. And I was like, and the class I don't want to go to, even though it was kind of fun, but I had already taken it and it was the same exact curriculum. Like it was called Food 2. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Like that was 45 minutes. So I have to serve this 30-minute punishment. It's like I'm supposed to like lunch to the point where it's like, no, I gotta talk to my friends. That's where I grow as a human being. And like you get to eat in there and it's quiet. You get some homework done. I was like, dude, lunch detention rules.
What would you do to get lunch detention?
Okay, so I'm not
Would
the
you
only one that doesn't
interrupt,
listen.
No, but like you didn't say like what you would do.
No, I ditched.
Oh,
Chris was
you ditched the class.
Here, give him the mic. Here, wait.
He ditched foods.
Oh, like I guess I
Thank
missed
you.
that.
Studio audience. But I love that that's how they get together. Like when the second detention was handed out to the second high school kid, I was like, oh, I get it. Breakfast Club. This is pretty cool.
When you would ditch foods, like, wouldn't that affect your grade?
See, now what he's doing is he's bringing it up again because he feels guilty that he wasn't listening to me, Chris. All right, but that's fine. I don't listen to you all the time.
He never
I've gotten
listens
over
to
that.
me.
But I'm working on it though. I swear.
There's just so much going
Wait,
on
what?
in the story.
Oh, sorry.
I mean, you're right, Chris. He should just answer the question.
What's the question again?
The question was. The question
Shut up!
Didn't that affect your grade, like not showing up to foods? Like, why did you even take that class?
No,
then?
because there was like
Don't you have control over what classes you take?
Okay.
Food sounds like an elective.
food was an elective, and I
So
took
you're
the same.
dumb for skipping it.
I took the same exact curriculum the day before or the year before.
So
Or
that's your
this-
fault.
Fine, but it was called Foods too, so I thought it would be more involved. It's like we get into scones or something.
What the fuck was this
You
school?
know? It was offered. Villa Park High School, the worst education I ever received.
It's in like an affluent area.
You guys went too far.
That's basically like going to Beverly
Listen, you
Hills
brat.
High School.
You went to private school. You,
No, but I'm
you and
just
Chris
saying.
both went to far, far superior high schools. My high school experience was a joke.
Yeah, but
My history teacher would pass out just blank worksheets, and we would fill it in as he read us the answer. And then we took a test with those answers. I was like, this is easy.
Well, did you ever take any like advanced placement
Our
honors?
economics teacher was the baseball
classes?
coach who abused, well, no, just kidding.
I mean, we had horrible teachers too.
I never had, well, there were some, I had some very good, there was, I'm going to name her, okay? Ms. DeVoe was awesome because I know she listens to the podcast. She was my English teacher. I had her for 2 years by chance.
She should call in.
And that was an interesting experience because I was there with Matt, and you know he's very conservative, and this was like the first liberal kind of experience for him, where it's like kind of a hippie teacher and talk about, hey, this is a democracy here. You don't have to raise your hands. And Matt was like, fucking bitch, you don't know how to run a class. She was awesome. She was an incredible teacher. Other than that, can't say much about my. Chris, who's your favorite teacher? No, I don't want to know that. I do want to know this though. Chris, and you've seen plenty of them to have an answer for this. What is your favorite WrestleMania?
You've derailed our Jumanji
All right,
conversation. I turned off his mic for a reason.
Okay, sorry. It's WrestleMania 9, but whatever.
So, the whole game experience I really enjoyed. Like the way they set up the whole story of the game. That was fun.
I loved that it was so 90s too. It was a Super NES with the cartridge split down in half, you know?
Yeah. And it was just like way more involved plot-wise than the original Jumanji. Like I knew more about
Tight.
Jumanji the game, like what the purpose was, who the people involved
Tight story.
are.
Yeah, this was
it was
the journey
really
was
well.
so
It was a
tight.
really well written film.
Tight as Chris's butthole. Like just
Yeah. I thought this is the first time.
come on, just sell it a little bit, dude. It was a joke. All right? It was a joke. Okay, lighten up.
This is the first time that Kevin Hart has ever been effective in a movie.
Oh, yeah.
I've never seen him in a movie and laughed at
Really?
what he said.
I wouldn't consider myself a Kevin Hart fan, but I like Kevin Hart.
I think he has a funny
was the
personality.
perfect
but
role for him.
He's never been in a movie that's been good.
I can't really name any. This is his first. And I think this will launch him as an actor. I got to, right?
Well, he's already had a
No.
big film career.
No, but like this is the biggest movie he's ever done.
He did Central Intelligence with The Rock. We haven't seen that one yet.
Okay. I'm like I was sold like Jack Black. I just like the way he delivers. Like everything that comes out of both of their
he was the
mouths
best
is
by
funny.
far.
No, absolutely. But I felt the same way about Kevin Hart. I liked every scene he was in. He was perfect in every role. I honestly think this might be The Rock's best performance. I'm saying it here. I thought he played the inner nerd in him was portrayed exquisitely.
Oh, definitely. I
think
totally agree.
I thought he was great in San Andreas because there was a lot of dynamic there. Like he was actually that movie's a lot better than I thought it was going to be, and I'm incredible in The Tooth Fairy.
But he has more room to stretch here. There's more nuance to his character. I think this is not only his best performance. This is the best movie he's ever been in.
No doubt, absolutely. Agree with you 100%. And he's in some excellent movies. I have really gotten sold on the Fast and Furious franchise. I think those movies are really fun. God damn it, now you're laughing. I do the butthole bit and you give me nothing.
I've never seen any of them.
Yeah, I know that.
I watch from when The Rock joins the cast?
Maybe that's easier.
And see,
that's a lot easier.
Well, we'll have to do it for the podcast.
And this latest,
I'm not just watching that shit.
No, just watch
some sort
Fate.
of purpose.
Just watch Fate of the Furious. That is an excellent movie.
No, I'm not gonna. You can't make me.
Okay, well then I'm gonna tell Tyler to suggest Fate of the Furious then, and then maybe you'll say okay.
Okay.
Jeez.
Okay.
How's it going, Chris? Fat and the furriest? What are you referring to?
Hey, I shut his mic off. He's trying to make jokes from the peanut gallery.
No, I'm not.
Fat and the Who are you referring to? Me? That's pretty funny, though.
I think he was. The
More
Fat
like
and the
Fast
Furious.
and the Furious. More like
Is
Fat
that your
and the
tickle
Furious.
your tickle video?
That's pretty fun. I'm tickled.
Remember your tickle
No,
video?
I don't know what you're talking about, and I don't remember.
I remember. It was back, when you said this.
Hey,
But
if I
you're
get
not-
a bunch of dudes off because of my amazing performance, then great.
That was from
Talking about
the
a tickle documentary. That's what we're talking about. I forgot about that. It was the one where grown-ass
Fat
men...
and the Furriest. That was your movie that you made.
The tickle thing was the documentary, right, on Netflix or something?
Moving on.
9 out of 10.
Moving
Loved it.
on. Jumanji is like a benevolent god. It's just trying to see what the holes in these people's lives are and how can we fix them.
Oh,
and the ultimate punishment is their mortality.
I loved it. And Bobby Cannavale,
Oh,
unbelievable. Chris, you got to see
Great
this
as a
movie.
villain.
It's excellent. I was moved to tears almost. I kept it
hey,
together.
is
I was
Jumanji
laughing out like
related to Zoltar from Big?
how do you mean? Like
Zoltar made Tom Hanks big because he wished for it and then he learned a lesson.
Oh, that's interesting.
And then Jumanji made all these people change into different forms.
Oh,
And then they learned a lesson.
there you go.
Are they somehow
But that's
related?
no, it's a common narrative though, that's just done in a very similar way. So no, you mean like related as a movie and not as a person? Like
is it the same magic?
The great uncle of Jumanji is
Are the same forces involved?
Oh my God!
in
Colin
Zoltar?
Hanks is in this movie. That
Yeah.
might be a spoiler, actually.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have said that.
No, they don't know who he is in this movie.
Yeah, and that was like, oh, and he's a Metallica fan, dude. He was sucked in '96, right? So he's a huge Metallica head.
Yeah.
He had the same exact Metallica shirt I had. I had that shirt. It was like the blood Metallica one with the eagle on the world. He's 30-something, still rocking that T-shirt. Coolest character ever. He was the pilot, man, in this. And Chris sleep. And
He
he's
doesn't,
gone.
he doesn't give a shit.
Chris is going to go get some Coke.
He's gonna go get coked up. Wow. Yeah. Okay. What about those people behind us that were explaining the movie loudly?
furious.
And now that is the
the thing.
guy with the beard. That's him now
thing.
because they changed.
I really thought, I was like, all right, this could go one of two ways. This is an old couple, or this is, mentally challenged, okay? Because it was that bad. So I was like, I'm pretty sure it's the mentally challenged route, so I'm not going to say anything. And I get up, it's this damn biddy, and her old man just like chatting during the fucking movie.
What is this?
This, if had I
is
known what
this?
they look, because we both eyed them up, right? We're like, I'm definitely gonna look at you.
Yeah.
After this, it was this damn old couple. They were talking the entire movie. Oh, remember her venoms is her weakness. That was the attribute that
The
we saw.
Venom.
It was
Remember
like,
their
I
Venom?
wanted to turn, but I really thought it was so bad. I thought it was mentally
Hey.
disabled.
Fuckos, stay home next time.
I wish I would have turned to look during the movie because then I would have said something like that. Like you guys know you've been talking this entire. Have you ever shushed anybody in a movie before?
I haven't. I felt like it
did
before.
once, and my heart rate was elevated for the rest of the movie because I felt so
Yeah,
terrible.
because you feel tense.
Yeah, I was like, what if he wants to brawl?
Did they shush?
They shushed. They were actually very, very, very polite about it. It was
What movie was it?
it was Paranormal Activity. Okay, Oxnard.
I'm trying to pay attention to
And it was a very intense movie, and this young couple was talking the entire time, and I was like, shush. And they were very polite about it, and then I was like, okay, what if the guy punches me though? Like that was I was an old man just went like shh, but I was like I thought, could you guys be quiet, please? It was kind of more like that. It wasn't like shh. People enjoy doing that. They just enjoy turning their shoulder shh with like bangs. Just have bangs like Tanya Harding bangs. Like, shh. Anyway,
I think someone with bangs shushed you once. I think that's what we just learned.
I got bang shushed.
You did.
Dude, you just got bang
You got
shushed.
banged and shushed. I give this film an 8.6.
I gave it a 9. I was thinking about it in the theater, like what my rating was going to be, and I knew it was going to be high.
Certainly a 2018 Hall of Fame contender.
No doubt about it. There's absolutely no doubt that this will be in our top 5 nominees, right? There's no doubt about it. We would have to be 2018, would have to be an excellent movie year for this not to be in the top 5. And there's ought to be that's not what we do here. And there's got to be a lot of wrestling movies as well that we see any time of the year. What I'm saying is Jumanji is the best movie of 2017.
18.
Well, it came out in 2007. It came out on Thanksgiving.
This isn't an 18.
Thank
this
God. 'cause
is being
there was
dropped on January
there were
1st.
a lot. No. I'm talking about Jumanji, just the movie, as far as its Academy Award eligibility. It's a 2017 movie, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, because then it won't. Then it's not, because there was a lot of great Guardians of the Galaxy. I liked more.
Oh, God.
Just could you put your hand over your eyes while you roll them at least?
Fun facts.
Oh. You already looked up fun facts? We just got
did.
out of the movie.
I have fun facts. Did you notice that The Rock used his finishing maneuver, the rock bottom, in the fight in the bazaar?
You are such an idiot. As soon as that moment hit, you start, I'm going to jot that down. That was a choke slam, you
It was a rock
dipshit.
bottom.
No, it wasn't.
It was a rock bottom.
I missed.
I'll go watch that movie again with you right now.
I was like, he's probably going to say it was a rock
It's
bottom.
even
Like,
on the IMDb page.
Oh.
Punani.
yeah,
The
who
film
wrote
is
that?
The film is set in Branford, New Hampshire, the same city.
Bronson? New Hampshire?
Brantford, New Hampshire, the same city as the original
This
Jumanji.
ain't over. Oh, cool. That's a nice homage.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm embarrassed to say it, but I've never seen the original Jumanji.
Well, it's good.
That's
You
pretty
should
much
see
the
it.
only Robin Williams movie
David
I've
Allen
never seen.
Greer is
Yeah.
hilarious.
So
in
it was all a board game, right? It was literally...
Yeah. It was a
Then how
board
did they get
game.
sucked in?
No, you don't get sucked in. All the stuff.
That stuff happens
follows
to you. Right.
Yeah.
That's right.
So like
I've
there's
seen
a
a million
hunter
previews
that's
of
like
it.
hunting him all the time. There's like a stampede
Herd.
herd. Yeah.
Start running.
Dwayne
My
Johnson
attributes
coincidentally starred in The Rundown, which was originally called Welcome to the Jungle and known as Welcome to the Jungle in some foreign countries. And those are my fun facts.
Nice. Hey, they already have 3 fun facts. The movie just came out.
Yeah.
Okay. What was your favorite part of the movie? It could be a line. It could be a scene. It could be an interaction. It could be an aura.
Oh, you're just putting me on the spot. And I thought we were going spoiler free. I have to describe a scene now?
Oh, yeah, well, that's right, because you have to describe a scene and then it not be a spoiler. Okay, that's fair. You're right. You're right. That is kind of a spoiling, because obviously the best parts would be spoiling. You know what, I'm just going to read mine anyway.
I think this podcast has been spoiled. I'm
gonna-
Ryan the Muffler.
I'm just going to read mine anyway.
I'm Ryan the Muffler Bruckner saying, a couple months ago you were down south beating some jabroni named Juventude.
And I'm Mike Big Tobacco Ryan saying, when I was brought into this world, I could not lie, I could not cheat, I could not steal, but boy, could I learn.